What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, the Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. In this video we're talking about if you have a Cancer rising, and I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know how important, direly, drastically, urgently important it is to learn and study about yourself through astrology, I'm gonna keep it coming with this disclaimer. Study astrology, learn about yourself. You have to know about yourself. Anyway, if you're just starting this journey, if you just saw my channel, you just clicked on this video, if you're new to this whole self-love, self-knowledge, spiritual enlightenment, there's a couple of videos I put in the description box. You got to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm going to talk about in this video. So if you looked at your birth chart, your natal chart, and you saw that you're a Cancer rising, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now, Cancer rising, you already know how I'm gonna start. I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Cancer rising look like and how they act like in reality. So to start, we got Angelina Jolie, Kanye West, Adele, Tyra Banks, Michael Jordan, Lisa Bonet, hope I'm saying her name right, Marvin Gaye, Kalani, Keisha Cole, Keke Palmer, and Jill Scott. So those are some celebrities so y'all can see what they look like. So now boom, I do have a video describing the rising sign and the sun sign and the moon sign. But for those that need a little quick review of what it is, or don't have time to research it, which y'all have time to whatever. Anyway, so basically what a rising sign is, now picture this, picture a house. Your rising sign is your presentation. So picture a house. When you're first driving past a house you've never been in before, see the outside of the house, the presentation of the house, the way the grass is cut, the way the flowers are, the color of the door, the window. That's the rising sign. Your first presentation, the first thing people perceive you when they see you. You open the door, you go in the living room. That's the general energy of the house, the general feel of the house. So that's your sun sign. That's your core. That's who we identify ourselves with in our reality. That's who we strive to be, is our sun sign. And then the bedroom, which is more private, only close people go to, people that are in relationships with you, your friends, people that you trust basically go in your bedroom. And that's your moon sign. Your moon sign is your emotions, how you react to things emotionally without thinking, your subconscious mind basically. That's your moon sign. So rising sign is your presentation. When you never met somebody, how you first perceive them, how they present themselves to the world, and how you present yourself to the world when you're going out in public is your rising sign. Your sun sign, the living room, the general feel, your general energy, your soul, your core energy, the energy that's more dominant in you is your sun sign. And your moon sign is your emotions, the bedroom, the private place where only people that are close to you can see. So when you meet somebody, you will not meet somebody based off their moon sign. You meet somebody based off of their rising sign first, and then their sun sign. And as the relationship gets closer, you meet them based off their moon sign. So those are first basic 3 key components in your chart that you have to know and have to study to really know who you are and what your purpose is in life and what you can present yourself to in this world. So now if you have a Cancer rising, that means that you present yourself and people perceive you as Cancer energy. The Cancer vibrations, your vibes, you give off Cancer energy. What does this mean? Every single sign has 2 words or a phrase that describes them. And for Cancer, what they say is I feel. So Cancer do things off of what they feel. Now Cancer is ruled by the moon, and I have a Cancer video and I give good details about how the moon phases change, the moods of the Cancer. I talk about the moon and how Cancer ties in the nurturing and all that, but that's in the description box if you want to watch that. But Cancer is ruled by the moon. Cancer is very nurturing. So what Cancers do is they do things off of how they feel. Your rising sign, you perceive the world and you present yourself in society, in an environment based off how you feel. What does this mean? Y'all really good at, let's say y'all have psychic abilities. And when I say psychic abilities, let's not be scary and talk about, oh, they psychics and they witches and all that. Psychic abilities just means that you're really good at feeling the vibrations of a room, feeling people's energies. You're really good at looking at somebody and you could tell like how they feel at that moment. You could read if they're lying about how they feel. You're just really good at feeling energy. I feel. You're really nurturing. So you're probably the type that you see yourself always in nurturing roles. You give yourself to people. You're very nurturing in how you present yourself and how you deal with people. Now, Cancer is the mother, Cancer is represented by the mother. So home life is very important to them. Family life is very important to them. Security and safety is very important to Cancer people. You have a Cancer rising, you're going to be the type that takes family very, very seriously. You're very cautious about what you do and what you get into. Like you're like a crab. And I talked about this in my Cancer video. They walk sideways instead of walking straight forward something. They walk sideways so they can make sure that everything around them is safe before they actually go and get what they want. So before y'all like jump into things, you want to make sure you're safe first. You have that shell, because inside that shell is a soft meat that's like some people find very delicious. So like before somebody can get into that energy, basically you put up a shell. So you have to make sure that you're really like safe before you get into where you want to get to. So y'all really precautious about getting into things, which is not a bad thing at all. One thing that y'all could come off though, and in this world, people look at niceness for weakness. So y'all could come off as kind of weak sometimes because you generally want to nurture people. You're generally like really good-hearted, good-souled, and like nurturing the people around you. People feel safe when they're around you. You make people feel comfortable, make people feel at home. Like you really like, you give a vibe that like, I understand you, or I'm nurturing you, or I love you type of shit. Like you really give a vibe of people feel comfortable and feel at home when they're around you. That's that Cancer energy vibrating off you. That's your rising sign. People perceive and they get that vibration off you as the Cancer energy nurturing. So when people are around you, they feel safe and they look at you like, if depending on your sun sign and your maturity level, you could be like more of the type of always wanting to be saved, like a damsel in distress, or somebody that always needs help, that wants to be saved, that looks at people to help them and save them. So they can look at you like you're weak or something, like you can't take care of yourself, or you're just so nice and people might walk over you because of that. So understand that your vibration you give off is nurturing, it's Cancer energy. So you have this gift of healing people just by your presence, just by you being yourself. You can heal somebody. People look at you and they can feel like they feel healed just by your presence. But also understand that some people in this world could look at that and use that to their advantage and like really try to walk over you and like take you for granted basically. And Cancer risings, one thing you have to understand, and like I said this in my Cancer video, they might look soft and sensitive and they probably cry all the time, whatever. They are very tough, like a crab's hand, a crab's claw. When they grab onto something, even if the claw is chopped off, the crab is still holding on to it. Cancer's energy in general is very, very strong. They're very protective of themselves and especially their family and their friends. So they're very protective of their energy. So they might come off as, soft and nice and all that. But understand, do not take them for granted and do not underestimate them. Because now, peep, the rising sign determines what sign goes in what house. Now, there's houses to astrology. I'm going to make a separate video after I go through the series of the rising sign, talking about the houses. So just to get y'all started on this, 12 houses, 12 signs. Each house represents the sign that it's in. So Aries is the first sign. So the first house represents I am. That's the Aries energy. Having a Cancer rising, Cancer is in your first house. So you feel I am a Cancer. So you present yourself like a Cancer. Presentation, perception, rising sign. Hope all that's tying in. Cancer in your first house and the Aries house. So you have a Cancer in your first house. Boom. Now in your fourth house, and the fourth house is the fourth sign is Cancer. So the fourth house represents Cancer type things like the home life, nurturing, emotions, but most importantly, like things that you hold dear to your heart. So like your past, emotions, and like home life, basically your fourth house. Your fourth house is in Libra. Now on the chart, every single house that is above the circle, so house number 7 through 12, is the things that you project or things that you reach for. Things, it's like your outer world, like things that you project to the outer world, your outer needs basically. And the houses from 1 to 6 on the bottom are your inner needs, things that people don't see, but things that you need internally. So Cancer is in your first house. So the 4th house is in Libra. 4th house is right on the bottom. That's your inner need. So in the house of Cancer, which is your house of nurturing, the house of your past life, the house of your home life, your emotion is in Libra. What does that mean? That means internally, y'all crave and y'all need Libra type things, which is Libras are into balance, relationships. So y'all crave and y'all really need and y'all love to have relationships with somebody, balanced relationship with somebody that they can see you for who you are, you see them for who they are, and y'all really good at seeing people for who they are and really like being giving of yourself to people for who they are generally. So y'all need balance, as somebody could see you for who you are, you can see them for who they are. Y'all really crave, I'm not gonna say crave like y'all can't be single, but y'all really like truly generally love being in relationships. Libra is a sign of relationships, balance. So Libra in your 4th house of what you love, your home life, your inner self, your inner emotion is in Libra. That means that y'all crave and y'all need to be in relationships that have balance. That y'all crave balance in relationships. Now, boom. What kind of people you're attracted to? Your 7th house determines what you're attracted to, who's attracted to you, and like what you put value in. The 7th house, the 7th sign in the zodiac is Libra. That's scales, that's balance, that's relationships, that's Venus, ruled by Venus, so love and beauty. So the 7th house for Cancer rising is in Capricorn. What does that mean? That means that y'all attracted to Capricorn type energies when it comes to relationships. Y'all attracted to somebody that has their shit together. Basically, Capricorns have their shit together because they're really focused on climbing to the top. They're driven on their career, driven on success. They're just focused on making sure they are grounded. Capricorns are very grounded because they always work hard to make money, stability is being grounded. So you're attracted to somebody that has Capricorn type qualities, that is grounded, that is kind of work oriented, kind of serious about life, like serious about what they're serious about, and serious about commitment. This is very important for Cancer risings. Y'all need somebody, y'all attracted to somebody that is really serious about commitment. Capricorns have that, that poker face. They're really serious. When they commit to something, they're really committed. Like Capricorns don't play no games. They don't waste time. They don't waste money. They're serious about life. That's what's in your 7th house of relationships. Your values is Capricorn. So the energy that y'all are attracted to, what y'all need to be in relationship with, is Capricorn type people. Serious people, family oriented. Capricorn represented by the father, the Saturn energy. Cancer represented by the mother, the moon energy. So to balance it out, you having that moon energy, that nurturing, loving, just peace-giving energy, balanced out with I'm gonna say strict, but like a serious father type figure is like the perfect balance kind of thing. So that's in your 7th house. Now, boom, your 10th house. Now we're going above the circle. So that's what you project out to the world. And the 10th house and the 10th sign in the zodiac is Capricorn. So the 10th house represents like your career. Remember, Capricorns like to climb to the top, climb to success. The 10th house is on the top of the chart. So it's like you're climbing to success and your career is like on the top. It's like a cross. So 10th house is like the house for career. So your 10th house is in Aries. Now peep this. Aries is a sign of being driven, being competitive, getting what they want. Aries just gets what they want, and they do what they do, and they just have a lot of energy. They don't care about they don't care about what nobody says. So just get what they want. So your 10th house and career is in Aries. So people underestimate y'all, not knowing that you're really like a competitive person when it comes to your work. You really drive and strive to be successful when it comes to work. You have the energy to be successful when it comes to work because your 10th house, which is a house of career, the 10th sign of the zodiac is Capricorn. I'm trying to make sure y'all like really like put the puzzles together. When it comes to astrology, it's all about learning and studying it for yourself, but you have to try to get the idea of like putting pieces together basically. So Aries is in your 10th house. So when it comes to career, things that you strive for, 10th house is what you strive for on the outer world, is in Aries. So when it comes to work, you're really competitive actually. So you might come off as very nice and peacekeeping and everybody loves you and all that. But internally, you have a drive to be successful in your career and you're very competitive. You want to get to the top in your career. And the Aries energy is very like, Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of war and passion and action. So y'all look all soft and all that. That's cool. Internally, y'all know that y'all trying to get that money. Y'all about that. Y'all about making that money. You're about using your energy to reach to the top. That's what y'all about. And that's what's in your chart. So Cancer rising, remember Cancer is your first house. Fourth house, house of Cancer, house of your emotions, of your home life, what you find, what you hold dear to you in your heart. Internally is in Libra. So y'all internally crave relationships, stable and balanced relationships. Seventh house is what you're attracted to. Seventh house, the seventh sign of the zodiac is Libra. So seventh house, and your seventh house is in Capricorn. So you're attracted to Capricorn type energy. 10th house, the 10th sign of the zodiac is Capricorn, which represents your career, your work, public perception, like your public perception and career. 10th house is in Aries, so that means that the Aries energy in there, you strive to be competitive, you want to be the first, you want to be great, you want to be very successful when it comes to your career. And you have the Aries energy, and Aries have a lot of energy. I'm an Aries, I know this. Aries are very driven, and once they have their mind set on something, just go forward and go get it. So Aries in your 10th house, you strive for success and you can get it because you have that energy. That's how, and that's why the rising sign is very important to know what your rising sign is, so you know how your chart is played out. Now, the physical appearance of Cancer rising, now peep this, yo. this is actually pretty funny because before doing this, I did peep similarities between Cancer risings, but after I was like doing the research, I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So Cancer is ruled by the moon. So I'm not trying to be funny, but it is what it is. Cancer rising people usually have like a round face or a moon face. Like picture the moon emoji, and I'll probably put it up. So the moon emoji, Cancer have like a round, it could be puffy a little bit, but just like a rounder face, like a moon face. And their eyes, they have like really dreamy eyes, like really dreamy, empathic or empathetic, compassionate eyes. Like their eyes could be like watery a lot sometimes, not because they're crying or anything, just because their eyes and their energy they give out is compassion. They can really feel your energy, they can really feel for you. So their eyes are really like dreamy, like, so you can really like look into Cancer rising's eyes and just like, you just fall for them like that, just because the energy they give you is like, I'm here to nurture you. Like I could feel you. I could feel your energy. I'm here to heal you. I'm here to nurture you. So their eyes are really dreamy. Like they can have like smaller hands, like smaller, thicker hands, kind of like the Cancer claws, like really smaller, thicker hands and legs and all that. But basically, oh yeah, also the women will have bigger breasts because Cancer is the nurturing sign. You nurture a baby. The best way to nurture a baby, to feel that connection, is through breastfeeding. Cancer is ruled by the chest for the men, the breast for the women. I talk about this in my Cancer video. So they will have like bigger breasts as well. It's really important how, like, it's crazy how astrology really determines not all your physical attributes, but it has like it determines like key physical attributes. Round face, round moon type face, ruled by the moon. Bigger breasts, nurturing, ruled by the chest and the breast. So bigger breast, moon type face, and like shorter hands, like smaller hands, smaller, thicker hands, kind of like claws kind of type thing. Those are like the physical attributes of the Cancer rising. Cancer risings can be like also very introverted when they're in new situations. Like I said, you want to be safe, make sure everything is like, want to make sure everything is good before they enter into things. And I've noticed that they like to talk slow, because when they're talking to you, like before they even talk to you, they want to make sure you're good before they even like come up and talk to you. But one thing I noticed, and that's why I'm talking slow right now, is like they kind of talk in a slower tone, because I peep that when they're talking to you, they actually like, when they want you to like to pay attention to them. They want you to look at them and pay attention to them. So when they're saying something, they're saying a story or whatever, they'll talk about all the details. They'll say it in like a long, drawn out, kind of slower tone, but they'll say it in a way that while they're talking, you're staring at them and you're looking at them and you're giving them attention through your like looking at them. Like they want you to look at them and pay attention to them when they're talking to you, when you're talking to them. So they'll talk in a slower type tone. They probably feel that people around them talk really fast. Like I'm an Aries, so I talk kind of fast sometimes. So I'm really working on slowing down my speech and all that. But they can look at the world or people around them like they talk really, really fast. So they like to slow things down and talk in a slower tone, depending on your Mercury sign and your sun sign and all that. But generally, Cancer risings talk slower because they want you to like really pay attention to them when they're talking. Like they really put their energy and their nurturing energy in everything they do. So they wanted you to really feel them when they're talking. So that's my Cancer rising video. Hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is going to be on the Leo rising. I'm gonna keep these coming. You already know. So if you subscribe to me, you already know I fuck with you heavy. If you haven't subscribed and you're brand new, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Click the notification bell so y'all don't miss when I drop videos. I drop 2 videos a week. I'm mad busy and all that. I work and I go to school, but this is my purpose. So I'm really set on dropping 2 videos every single week. I got y'all. I draw and all that. I have like new pictures coming up soon. So 2 videos a week. Hit the bell so y'all don't miss it when I drop it. Drink your water. Mind your business. Be safe out there. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'ma see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.